Tyler SIS Locker Management Webinar. Welcome. Today's topic is locker management. Tyler SIS support can be found by clicking the question mark icon on every Tyler SIS screen. Tyler SIS training support can be found on our online help at the web address shown under the Support tab and heading of Documentation. Customer support can also be reached via the telephone number or email listed. Please refer any questions you have to your SIS District Coordinator. SIS District Coordinators, please email any questions to sysk12help@tylertech.com using the subject Tyler SIS Locker Webinar. The Locker Management module allows you to set up locker ranges, determine occupancy, assign students to lockers, maintain locker combinations, and track locker conditions. Supporting documentation can be found in the Locker Management folder. In order for staff to use the Locker module, they will need permissions to work in this area. Click Management, Faculty Staff, Maintain District Staff. Enter the staff member's name and click the Search button. Click on the Cite Your Assignment and then click on User Permissions. Scroll down to the Locker Management area and click on the plus sign to expand it. Then give the user permission to view locker data, set status and combinations, and assign students. Click for the past, current, or future year. Click the Done button to save your work. Click Done again if this is the last staff member to assign, or use the search icon to search for another staff person. Click the Home icon to return to the home screen. The locker management system must be designed and initialized the first year. Subsequent years, the user has the option to roll over enrollment to the new year, selecting the option to keep the locker assignments from the previous year or modify the configuration in locker assignments. Locker ranges, occupancy, and generations must be defined. Click View, Maintain, Lockers, Locker Ranges, then click the Edit button. You must select using internal lock or external lock. If using internal lock, select the number of generations. This refers to the number of variations in your combinations you were provided, and then select the current generation. The Group column is a 2-character alphanumeric field which can be used for internally tracking the location of lockers. These codes are site controlled. The From and To field allow a maximum of 4 characters. The occupancy determines the number of students to be assigned to each locker. You can create as many groups as needed to set up all lockers in your site. Click Add Range, enter the group name, enter the From and the To, enter the occupancy, and click Apply. The locker count will then be displayed. Click Apply to save your work, or Done to save your work and leave the screen. If your site uses external locks, select External Locks from the drop-down list, and then click the Apply button. Adding ranges, groups, and occupancy will be entered as it was for the internal locks. Once entered, locker ranges cannot be edited. They must be removed using the trash can and re-entered. After all locker ranges have been entered, synchronization must be run to update locker information. Synchronization may be run any number of times to modify locker ranges or to create new locker ranges. Any existing locker information will be kept unless the lockers are removed from the ranges. If ranges of lockers are removed during synchronization, the name of the assigned student will be displayed in red on the locker management screen. These students will need to be reassigned to other lockers. Be sure to click Done when you are finished with the process. Locker management can be accessed through View Maintain, Lockers, Locker Management. Once lockers have been initialized, all locker maintenance must be done through the Locker Management screen. Any changes made or data added to the Locker Management screen will immediately update the student user-defined level fields. When the Locker Management screen displays, all data for the current configuration is displayed. In this grid, each locker is represented in a row, while each column displays specific data about the locker. The View drop-down box allows you to see all lockers, available lockers, lockers in use, or reserved lockers. The Jump to locker number allows you to enter a locker number to quickly look up data for that locker. The generation displays the current generation or all generations of the combinations. The Update Display button is used to update your screen and show your choices. The locker number, condition, status, combination, student's name, grade, and gender are also displayed. The condition column will display OK, repair, or unusable for each locker. The status column will show in use if the locker is assigned, available if not assigned, or reserved if you do not wish to assign a student to the locker. Reserved codes are internally defined. The combination G1 field displays the current locker combination for each generation. Combinations for external locks need to be entered in the combination field. Click the Edit button. Double-click in the combination field and then enter the locker combination. Then enter the serial number in the serial number box. Click the Apply button to save your work and continue to enter combinations and serial numbers until all are entered. Be sure to click Apply frequently to save your work. If using internal locks, click the Edit button and then in the Generation box, click All and then Update Display. The screen will refresh and display columns for each generation of locker combinations. Click in each generation column and enter the combination. The number of generations displayed is determined by the number of generations entered on the Locker Ranges screen. Click Apply frequently while entering combinations to save your work. Click Done when all combinations are entered. To assign students to a locker, click View Maintain, Lockers, and Locker Management. Click the Edit button and then click on the Selector button to assign a student to a locker. Enter the student's name or any part of the student's name and search Selected Site. Select the student and now the student will be assigned to that locker. This information will immediately update the student user-defined fields. The student's name will now appear in the student column. The status column will display in use and the grade and gender field will automatically be filled in with the student's information. You may continue to follow these steps till all lockers are assigned. Be sure to click the Apply button frequently to save your work. When all lockers are assigned, click the Done button. To remove a student from a locker assignment, click the Edit button and select the locker that is to be unassigned. Click in the Status column and change In Use to Available or Reserved. If the locker is damaged or unusable, you may also change the condition to OK, Repair, or Unusable. Once this change is made, this will update the student's demographic record. Please make a note of the locker number if the locker needs to be checked before it is reassigned. This information will be removed from the student's record when you click Apply. Student locker assignments may also be removed by clicking the trash can icon to clear that student's locker assignment. A confirmation box will display asking if you are sure. Click OK, and the locker will no longer be assigned to that student. Marking a locker reserved will prevent a student from being assigned to that locker. If you attempt to assign a student to a reserved locker, an error will display showing that reserved lockers can't be assigned to any students. The Actions button will provide you with the ability to run some reports. Click the Action button and this will display a drop-down of items related to locker management. The first item will display a report grid of lockers in your site based upon their current status and condition. The second item will allow you to clear all assigned lockers. If this option is selected, a confirmation screen will display asking you to confirm that you wish to remove all locker assignments. There is no undo button for this action, so caution is advised. You may wish to print the locker assignment list prior to proceeding with this option. The next item under the Action button is the Print option. It will allow you to print lockers that need repairs, print all unusable lockers, or print a list of locker information. This locker information report gives you the statistics of all of the lockers in your site. The final item under the Action button is Grid View. Grid View allows you to scroll in Grid or scroll in Browser so you can change the way the locker list is displayed. This concludes our webinar. District coordinators, please email any questions to sisk12help@tylertech.com using the subject Tyler SIS Locker Management Webinar Questions. Tyler SIS training support can be found on our web portal at the address shown under the Support tab and heading of Documentation. Customer support for SIS district coordinators may be accessed at the number shown on your screen or at sisk12help@tylertech.com. Thank you for participating in our webinar.